And welcome in Canada fans, welcome in Jamaica fans, welcome in Ultimate Soccer Show family. If you want to join the family here at Ultimate Soccer, all you got to do is hit the notification button, and we'd like you to do that. Hit that button, just do it. Also, if we earn the like, please like the video, because liking the video is like paying your ticket, yeah? It's just like paying for the ticket. Also, it sends great messages to YouTube about getting this channel a little bit more spotlighting from them. So let's get straight into the quarterfinals, the CONCACAF Nations League's quarterfinals. But do your best to help us, guys. We do our best to put that extra into everything we do. Let's get into the quarterfinals right now. Talking Canada, Jamaica, well, there's a message there. Win, advance, lose, go home. It's cutthroat. That doesn't just stand for Canada, Jamaica. It also stands for Honduras and Mexico. We'll talk about that one pretty soon. But looking as it stands, USA, Panama, it's done, dusted. Those were my two picks. Those move through. USA, it wasn't all pretty easy in Trinidad. I tell you what, Trinidad winning 2-1 on a day, losing 4-2 on aggregate to the US. The US moved through, but the game was pretty much fouled up by the US with Serginho Dest getting sent off. In short, he lost it. He lost his cool. He lost his bearings, and he lost his composure. He had a bit of a feud with the referee, kicked the ball away in one stage and literally couldn't calm himself. The players around him were telling him to calm it, but eventually he gets a second yellow card. Literally seconds after the first yellow card, and bada boom, bada bing, he's gone. Red card, out of here. US 10 men for most of the game. And I've got to say, you can see it's 38 minutes in, so most of the game, the US were 10 men to 11. But give Trinidad credit. It was a great performance by those guys, and it really was a decent game. I watched it, and I enjoyed it, and I got to tell you, I was entertained. But again, USA will be without Serginho Dest in 2024 come the semi-finals. So like I say, one team goes through 4-2, one team goes home, and the other quarterfinal moving through to the semi-finals was Panama taking out Costa Rica 3-1 this time, not 3-0. I gotta say, Panama and Thomas Christensen, the coach, are sending messages again. I like what Panama's about. Remember recently with their success in other competitions, I don't need to go into it, but Panama are sending nice messages. I'm getting good signals. They play the ball. They keep the ball. They know how to nurture the ball. They know how to be clever with the game. They know how to manage the game. The game management is flawless with this team. They're a compact unit. They work for each other. And quite frankly, I think they are a dark horse probably to win this trophy. I tell you now, watch out for Panama, because like those two lovely logos tell you, they move through to the semi-finals. But I do think out of those four teams with two gone and two through, the two going through, USA and Panama, I'm very impressed with Panama. USA, you need to bring a bit more. Moving to the other side of the equation, win, advance, lose, go home. You know who we're talking about first. Yeah, we're talking about Canada and Jamaica, and it's quite simple. Any of those two teams can make through. I wonder who it's going to be. You got to say Canada's got the ball by the horns, leading 2-1, going home. Should be a done and dusted situation, but you never know. I mean, football's never quite that simple, is it? However, I expect a chilly game. Look out for the weather. It might snow in Toronto on the day. It's going to be about 4 degrees by kickoff. It's going to be a wet field. Goalkeepers are going to get cold if they're not moving around a bit. I think Canada might want to keep the ball up front and exercise the right to hit the net, because we don't want anything going left or right of Bourgeon that might sneak in or take a deflection. I tell you what, this field might cough up a bit of a mistake or an error in the penalty area whereby someone seizes on it and scores a goal. Look out for the mistake to be a deciding factor in a goal. I know they normally are, but the field might make it a little bit tricky. It's going to be chilly. Wrap up warm, people. It's going to be chilly. I tell you now, it is. In the other semi-final, you have to say Mexico, Honduras. Is Mexico going to come back and play the Kings again? Can they get this done? 2-0 down from the first game against Honduras. For Honduras fans, this is absolutely amazing. And I've got to tell you, I do love El Tri, but I got to really think that I'd like to see Honduras pull this off, because they're 2-0 up going into the Azteca, Estadio Azteca in Ciudad de Mexico. And I got to say, if they can pull this off, it will be monumental. It will be historical for Honduras. And everybody's expecting Mexico to start a wake up and get it going. Mexico's in a bit of a, I would say, a troubled spot right now. And for the connoisseurs of the game, we pretty much have seen Mexico sliding down in stature recently, which is a bit of a surprise for some, but like I say, not for the connoisseurs. Question is, can Honduras pull it off and get a result at the Azteca? Normally they don't. Mexico normally beat Honduras, and 2-0 down is achievable. I think Mexico can bring the 2-game goal, but I think it's a situation where they're going to have to bring it. Like, if it goes to 2-2, who do you back on extra time? Or can Mexico get 3? If it's like this, if Mexico get early goals, I think it'll be a one-sided game where Mexico can storm the net and maybe win it 2-3-0. But they're going to have to storm that net. But can Honduras pull it off? Like I say, we'll be meeting up about 2 to 3 hours before the game with JD. If it all goes wrong, at least you got some great information, because remember, we're talking overseas and we're really looking to get him on again. It's all been arranged. He's coming on. Let's see what JD has to say about his chances for Jamaica and where his team will end up after 90 minutes. Plus, remember guys, it's win advance, lose, go home for Canada and Jamaica, but also for Mexico too. And look at those Warriors. Those are the 6 guys I'm picking to be the guys that make a real difference for Team Canada. Let me know who you're picking for this massive game. Okay, guys, get ready for it. It's coming. Can't wait. It's going to be massive. Cheers.